early Saturday, August 22nd, extreme rainfall triggered flash flooding in Mabian Yi Autonomous County, Leshan City, Sichuan Province. The flooding inundated parts of the county seat, affecting vehicles, roadside businesses and buildings, and causing significant disruption across the affected areas. The severe weather brought exceptionally intense rainfall to several parts of Mabian County, with precipitation concentrated over a relatively short period. The intensity of the rainfall caused water to accumulate rapidly across the mountainous terrain, increasing runoff and raising the risk of flash flooding and other secondary disasters. The county's meteorological authorities issued an orange rainstorm warning as the situation developed and subsequently upgraded the alert to a red warning, the highest level in China's rainstorm warning system. The escalation reflected the intensity of the rainfall and the increasing risk of flooding and other weather-related hazards across the county. The extreme precipitation quickly affected low-lying areas of the county seat. Several streets were inundated as floodwaters entered urban areas, carrying large quantities of mud, sediment, and other debris. Water accumulated along roads and in lower-lying sections of the town, making some areas difficult to access and affecting normal transportation and daily activities. Floodwater also reached vehicles parked or traveling along affected streets. Some vehicles were inundated, while roadside businesses and residential buildings were also affected by rising water. Mud and debris were deposited across sections of the urban area as the floodwaters moved through the streets, leaving significant cleanup work for local authorities and residents. The flooding was particularly significant because of the mountainous terrain surrounding Mabian. Intense rainfall in mountainous regions can generate rapid surface runoff, causing streams, rivers, and drainage channels to rise quickly. When large volumes of water converge in a short period, localized flooding can develop rapidly and threaten communities located along riverbanks or in low-lying areas. The sudden flooding prompted an emergency response involving local emergency management personnel, firefighters, and police. Rescue teams were deployed to affected areas to assist people facing flooding and to carry out emergency evacuations where necessary. Authorities also conducted inspections of potentially dangerous areas while monitoring conditions for additional hazard. Road clearing and cleanup operations were launched alongside the rescue response. Workers began removing mud, sediment and other debris deposited by the floodwaters, while authorities assessed roads and other infrastructure affected by the flooding.
快点起来的喽！老板些，搞快点！这个灰色的，这个白色的，可能这个是保健员这附近的车子，车主些搞快点。
The response also included efforts to identify potential hazards that could pose additional risks as conditions changed. As the rainfall subsided, the flash flooding gradually began to recede. Water levels in affected areas decreased, allowing emergency personnel to enter some previously flooded sections and begin more extensive cleanup operations. However, the retreat of floodwater did not immediately eliminate the risks, as accumulated mud and debris can make roads slippery and unstable and can obstruct drainage systems.
这是大用的地下，全平安了。车子也平安了。
Authorities have continued to conduct disaster assessments and inspect areas affected by the flooding. Particular attention is being paid to potential secondary hazards, including additional flooding, landslides, and debris flows.
回不去啊，这回不去啊，这个有点深啊。哎呀，哎呀，天啊，这个。
Such hazards can remain a concern after intense rainfall, especially in mountainous areas where saturated soil and unstable slopes may become more vulnerable.
你好喂，你看我们马边的带货超市这里了，这才造孽喽！哎呦，这个桥啊，冲成这样子，你们看，全部也整个马边都冲成这个皮样子了，咋得了？